we're out of suspects now. On top of that, we still don't even know how Rantaro died.
Wait, no, we do know how he died.
Do we really know what the weapon is? How are we supposed to find the mastermind with that?
We know the murder weapon is the shot put ball, but where did the culprit get it?
I think it was from the warehouse. I saw track and field equipment there.
Then anyone would have been able to obtain it.
We need more information.
What's wrong, Shuichi?
Huh? It's nothing.
How do we find this darn culprit
Shuichi's
now?
like sitting there being like, can't just tell them it was me.
Hey, culprit! Quit hiding! Just be a man and fess up already!
We don't even know if they're a guy or not, though, right? Or if they're even human.
Are you referring to me?
Don't worry,
I mean,
you guys.
yeah,
We're
I
one
guess.
step closer to the truth, so don't give up. Try to remember what happened. We can find more clues left by the mastermind.
Clues? What kind of clues?
Like, if Rantaro was deceived by the mastermind and went to the library, maybe somebody saw Rantaro having a suspicious conversation with someone. It would be a good idea to figure out who knew about our trap. Either way, anything you guys remember might be able to help with the case.
Yes! But are you sure the culprit is also the mastermind?
Definitely not. We're not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Really her and yeah, I mean it is like the same.
Then what Atua just told me about how the culprit entered the library is correct.
It's like the same one. It's kind of funny thinking about the fact that she's also Kyoko, because that voice is very different. But this is more like her natural voice.
Huh? I didn't hear anything. Oh, that's right. Only I can hear the voice of Atua. Then I will speak on Atua's behalf, as his prophet. If the culprit is the mastermind, they could have entered the library while avoiding the cameras.
I mean, if you knew about the blind spots.
Yeah. Which, I guess in theory they would, because they can see everything that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? There's a way to do that?
Well, I don't know that they know that.
Super serious, brother.
Your Atua sounds like a shady weirdo.
I'll wait for the culprit to enter the library without being caught by the cameras. Is that really possible?
Atua says I should continue explaining.
Well, I mean, if Shuichi turns off the cameras.
Yeah. Turns off the cameras or using that vent.
Only Atua knows the truth behind this incident.
Oh, well, they would have had to enter the room with us if they used the vent.
I'm saying, like, if it was, like, previous, if, like, someone was hiding already.
Yeah, that's true. If they would have had to have been hiding in the event
The culprit
for a
was
while.
hiding in the library the whole time.
Oh, that's what, yeah, that's what
Kaede
she's
and
going
Shuichi
for.
even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
That's true.
Inside
Then it
the
could have been.
hidden door.
So you're saying the culprit was lying in wait there?
No, I think
That's true.
it's
The
the
suspects
hidden door.
Are those who were alone at the time of the incident?
And it's
The only ones who didn't go
yeah,
to the dining
yep.
hall or basement are.
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
But if you
was a male.
but if it was someone hiding in the vent,
Behold Atua's divine
then it
logic.
could have been one of the people that just didn't have, like, we just didn't know where they were the entire time.
Yeah.
I've never had to debate God before. I can tell there's a contradiction, but I don't think Angie's noticed it yet.
The culprit was.
They
the hidden door.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, I missed it.
Door.
I missed the V counter, apparently. Oh, well.
Wait a minute, Angie. I don't think it was possible to hide in the hidden door.
What? You
And
dare
she's
challenge a tour?
voices a bit. Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't like the chipmunk voices. It's just so, I don't know. They're
I don't think
painful.
the hidden door was ever used.
Huh? The dust is still there. It looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here.
While investigating the mastermind, I placed dust on the card reader. If anyone swiped their card key, the dust would have fallen.
We already confirmed during the investigation that there was no dust on the floor. The bookcase hadn't been opened, so I doubt anyone was hiding in there.
The fog has lifted.
Oh, okay.
Their first rebuttal.
You still got a ways to go.
Oh no, it wasn't.
What do you mean?
Man, I hope it wasn't Ryoma.
The culprit could have been in the library before the cameras were even set. You won't be able to prove anything with weak reasoning like that.
He's right. It seems you've been contradicted. When this sort of thing happens, you'll go to a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. What's a rebuttal showdown? Now, let's explain the controls. In this mode, you counter the other person's claim and argue against it. Move your truth blade with left stick and align it with your opponent's claims. Form a regular cut in the direction the blade is pointing by pressing A. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Cut with the truth blade by pressing Y. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Use regular cuts on your opponent's words, but when a weak spot appears, slash it with a truth blade strike. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's neat is, if you cut through multiple words at once, you get a time bonus. 2 at once gets you 2 seconds, 3 is 3. The more you cut down, the better. Watch the position of your opponent's claim closely and slice as many as you can. Doing that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. If the mood of the argument is in your favor, the debate will progress. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. And then you'll have to deal with loss of progress. If you and your opponent's arguments are even, a blade lock will occur. When that happens, you have to mash A as fast as you can to push them off. Isn't slicing and dicing opinions with a truth sword the bee's knees? What? Not really. Well, you should knock it before you try it. You can also V-agree, so if blah 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 blah. Thanks for your time. Yeah, okay. I do get the gist. Okay.
Even if we rule out the hidden door, the library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras, they could have been hiding there, you know? They took out Rantaro, then took off.
Okay.
But
It seems like this is a lot easier.
It is, because I can just aim and slice. And the other one, you had to move the stick to slice.
Right after killing Rantaro.
So I had to, like,
Then,
flick the
once
stick
everyone's
in
gathered
the
around
direction I
body,
was
all
slicing.
they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. I needed to look at the things. Trying to see the holes in Ryoma's argument. I have evidence I can present that will break down Ryoma's agreement.
Not if they went back into hiding.
Actually,
Right
wasn't
after
paying
killing
attention to it.
Rantaro.
So it was,
Then, once everyone's gathered
crap, I
around the
forget
body,
yeah, I
all
don't.
they gotta do is act like they
Just
just
act
ran
like
in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the
Rejoin.
wiser.
Okay, that was wrong. It was the other one on the front entrance photos. Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Not if they went back into hiding. Right after killing Rantaro.
Yeah, because we would have seen them
Once
in
everyone's
the
gathered around
photos if that was the
body,
case.
All they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
I'll cut your words.
Oh yeah, I didn't even try to V counter, but that's fine.
The culprit met him inside the library? That doesn't seem possible, though.
Yeah, that does feel a lot better when I can just kind of aim around and slice with a button.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it then. What's your reason?
If you take a look at the 3 pictures from the camera we placed near the front door, this is when Shuichi and I met up with Kaito and Tenko, and then rushed in. This one shows the other 4 people running in after they heard Tenko scream. And finally, everyone else coming in after hearing the body discovery
Yeah, we
announcement.
literally got everyone in there.
You can clearly see everyone entering the library in these pictures. It wouldn't make sense if there was someone hiding in the library the whole time.
Well, that does cover everyone now, doesn't it? I guess the one who still has a ways to go is me.
Don't worry about it. It's better to think about each possibility anyway. Right, Shuichi?
Yes.
Okay. Is Shuichi okay? It's been really quiet.
As a detective, you're not saying shit.
Yeah. Is he worried about something?
So the real question is how the culprit entered and exited the library.
We cannot continue until we address that problem first.
It's quite the mystery. How did the killer avoid being caught by the cameras?
Almost like they were invisible. Oh, but it wasn't me. My magic can only make you half invisible.
I mean...
Your upper half, to be specific.
What?
That's kind of a half-baked invisibility spell, isn't it?
But both doors to library had hidden cameras on them.
I'm still thinking, like, my number one thing is that Shuichi disabled it when he went in, and...
How about the vent in the library? Maybe they came in through there.
But Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom with the connecting vent.
The culprit waited until Kaede and Shuichi weren't looking, then turned invisible.
Himiko is really gung-ho about her invisible culprit theory.
Yeah, no. There's no way someone snuck into the library through the vent.
That's right. We have evidence that proves that would have been impossible. The stacked books? Yeah.
I get it!
Then the books.
When I set the cameras, I also stacked some books in front of the vent. If someone did crawl in and out from the vent, the books would have collapsed. While we were investigating, they were still neatly stacked the way I placed them.
Maybe they put the books back when they left the room.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vent and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library? Maybe... divine intervention?
Gonta no can think of any other way to enter.
Eureka! I know how the culprit got in the library. The front door!
Good thinking.
Have you been paying attention?
Mystery solved.
The camera would have taken their picture.
Not if the culprit timed their movements around the camera intervals.
Huh? Intervals?
What is that?
Basically, the culprit knew about the cameras and their intervals. So they snuck into the library between camera shots to avoid appearing in the photos.
But literally only you and Shuichi and Kaede knew about that.
Yeah.
Unless someone was eavesdropping, but otherwise, no one else would know.
I know. Beauty and brains. Why? It's just not fair.
Mew, what's this interval you're talking about?
Huh? Oh, now you're asking me. After the shutter snaps, the camera can't take a new photo for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think she ever mentioned that to us.
Oh,
cameras to
that
upload
she
the
never
film
mentioned.
instead of having to do it manually.
Yeah, so only she knew about that.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you tell us from the start?
Because that actually changes a lot, right?
But I told your little beta boy toy after I gave you the
So she
remodel
told
cameras.
Shuichi. Also, no, I'm not. Never mind. I'm gonna comment on that.
Shuichi?
Shuichi did know. Well, that answers that.
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot
You
to
conveniently forgot to mention a very crucial fact.
Yup, I think it's very damning
Did you
for him.
forget to tell me?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would affect the plan. I didn't realize it would matter.
It would.
I guess I just forgot to mention it. I'm really sorry. I forgot. What a pitiful excuse.
Well,
He is right.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lie.
No, it's not a lie. He probably just
I
forgot.
but the thing is, like, if it was Shuichi that he doesn't even need. Oh, but that, you know what? 'Cause he yes, he could have turned off the cameras because he had the receiver, but he wanted Kaede to hold the receiver. So I guess if he did it, his plan was to go between the intervals. Whether he turned off, so
There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
and maybe that's why he wanted Kaede to hold onto the receiver, so that to use it as an alibi that he couldn't have turned it off.
Yeah.
Or maybe to throw her under the bus and say that since she had the receiver, and then he would have made that claim that she could have turned the cameras off.
Yeah.
Lot again.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads.
God.
The 3 cameras that Kaidiot and Puichi placed go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed. I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
Let me say something. No, yeah, we'll figure it out.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals? Now, who was it again?
I'm just trying to think, because when the pictures were taken, the alarm went off. So that gives him like 30 seconds to, because then then Shuichi ran downstairs, so he would have had 30 seconds to run down and then kill him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi? Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
Fess up already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Hey, Shuichi. What's gotten into you?
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the 5th now.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
No way. Shuichi can't be the culprit. That's definitely wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe Shuichi's the culprit. That's definitely not possible. No, intermission, okay.
I'm surprised we didn't get any other style of minigames. You know, it was
we're only
just
halfway. We're only halfway there.
Yeah.
This is the
No,
intermission.
but I mean, because we would have had like remember we had was it like the Hangman's Gambit, and
Well,
then like the other one.
We still have half the trial left.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm surprised we didn't get anything else aside from.
Yeah, we still can.
Yeah.
Well now.
Wow, trial is racing toward this thrilling conclusion. You know who the culprit is? Obviously, I know. 'Cause I know everything. What? Know everything?
Yeah. What? No, everything.
Yeah, that's right. We gotta figure out this shit.
I'll do this one.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Daddy knows everything about anything. He basically traded his bearhood for godhood.
Yes, unfortunately, Zell couldn't join us tonight, so it didn't really matter until now because everything's been voiced up until now, but this is what it is. Monodam saying something.
It's just I never thought of a voice for him. Because he never talked. I just gave him buzz noises whenever I just saw his dots.
You want to just buzz? He is beyond me. Oh
Yes,
my God, what did he
has
sound
betrayed his Ursine ancestors.
What robotic Yakuya even sound like? Traded? No, I'm still obviously a bear. It is obvious, right? What, you guys? You sure ain't no fish, but you damn sure smell like one.
Now then.
Anyway, since I know everything, I'll give you the whole story later. Tell your artist to nab the culprit, and believe me, that's no lie. If I lied, it would shake the game to its very foundation. Trust me, and please enjoy the class trial without any worries.
I'll need to decide whether I want to keep that or change it. Jeez,
Yeah, I was not expecting him to talk.
I feel like we're getting close to the gory part.
Since we're only okay, so now I didn't think about the fact that we were still not even at the halfway point of the trial. Since we're only halfway through the trial, I'm starting to feel like Shuichi might not be the culprit, just because it feels like we're too early to have the answer. But
yeah, no, there's gotta be so much more
but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
you also don't
there's
need to
one
vote,
thing
so
we do know. The line between victim and attacker ain't as clear as you might think.
I suppose that's one lesson we can take away from this case.
I cut off the leg before the poison spread. By spring, flowers will grow from the stump.
What the fuck?
Buzz.
Say something already.
Bro. Mono Kid's definitely fucking high.
Your tongue-tied silence speaks volumes. I fucking knew you were the culprit.
Wait just a minute. None of that is possible. Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout. When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro?
Were you really together the whole time?
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm asking if you two were on lookout together the whole time.
Well, I guess we weren't together the whole time.
I'm going to check out the basement. I'll come with you. No, you stay and keep watch, Kaede.
So that's when Shuichi went to kill Rantaro!
No! Shuichi wouldn't kill anyone!
Don't become emotional. We must seek the truth in a calm and logical manner. Or all our lives will be lost here.
I'm not being emotional here. I'm saying it with conviction.
Even if Shuichi did go to the basement, he couldn't have killed Rantaro because... Temperature security sensor going off the murder weapon.
The time it took Shuichi to return?
Maybe. Yeah.
Shoot.
Well, I'm guessing it's the murder weapon then, because he wouldn't have had time to go get a shot put
To
ball
go
from the
get it,
warehouse.
yeah.
Nope, literally the other option. Got it. Okay.
I get it. The security alarm didn't ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive.
that's true.
Oh yeah, because that alarm
Shuichi was
only
with me
senses
when the alarm
that
went
one.
off. Then that means he's not the culprit.
Yeah. Okay, is that okay, yeah. The alarm went off after he returned. I think we were saying that he went down when he heard the alarm, but that's not true. I think that's
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede. Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right?
Damn, that face. Jeez. Looks like Joker.
And I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. I'll set it carefully so the camera has a clear shot when Mastermind moves the bookcase. Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcase. And we'll set the cameras near each door. He did set that up.
Yeah. Shuichi was the one who set up the security sensor. What about it?
Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
No, I didn't check.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about setting the sensor?
A lie?
Well, we know we know that it got set up
Shuichi
at some point because it did
pretended to
go
place the sensor
off.
on the hidden bookcase door.
He's not giving a rebuttal on anything, which almost kind of has me worried.
Yeah, for sure. He's holding it the
And
whole
when he
time.
met up with you, he secretly triggered the sensor to make the security alarm go off.
That would cause Kaede to assume that someone had moved the bookcase.
I see, sneaky little fucker.
No, at this rate, everyone's going to think Shuichi's the culprit. We have to do something. I know for a fact that he's not the culprit. So I gotta do something. Okay, from this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. You can use silencer with A to shoot down the white noise. Now, why would you do that? Because not only does that make it easier to shoot the right weak spots, you will also get additional time. What a great deal. Use it to your heart's content. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay. Interesting. We'll look in here. Fever, rear entrance, hidden door photos.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake.
Shuichi couldn't have had the sensor on him. That's right, and I should have evidence that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
No? You just prove Shuichi had the sensor, he would be suspicious. Okay, so that...
The security sensor was armed,
Okay.
but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
Oh, there's literally a
The
picture of him
sound
removing
Kaede
the sensor
heard came
from the
sensor
bookcase,
when
right?
Shuichi moved it.
No? And it's possible that I'm just shooting the wrong one, but
the security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound
Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede
heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot to make that mistake.
So there's only the two things to shoot.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from...
Let's see, what does this say? Kaede and Shuichi were on in the classroom to the stairs of the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to go check the basement, the two were together the entire time until the receiver went off.
The sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
No? Okay. Well, I only have one bullet left to shoot at that.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Okay, wait. Okay, there we go.
Oh!
No, that's wrong!
Nice.
That's kind of what I was thinking there.
Wait a minute. This is weird. If the security sensor wasn't
Yeah,
placed,
because we
then
literally have a picture of him taking it off the door.
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been able to take that picture.
Oh, yeah. And then the pictures wouldn't have gotten taken at all. The picture wouldn't have gotten taken at all.
We were
Yeah.
only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh,
Whoopsie.
that's easy to explain. Well, you see...
Make it too big.
I guess you're right. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead.
I was thinking too far ahead, apparently.
You're giving up that easily?
Yeah, I mean, whatevs. I made a mistake. Big deal.
You speak as if you knew that from the start. Even I was taken in.
So you see, Shuichi can't be the culprit.
Now wait just a minute. The security sensor had a power supply, so what if it went like this? The security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver. However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rantaro moved the bookcase. Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
I see. Then he caused the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
It's certainly plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's not impossible.
Then, Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What a plot twist!
Wait! Why do you guys think he's the culprit? Shuichi, please say something. Why aren't you saying anything?
Also, I'm just thinking, like, when Shuichi went to check the basement when everyone went down, why wouldn't he have at least, like, opened the door to the library to check if anyone's inside there when he went to check in the first place? Because if you could open the door without triggering the cameras, because you just have to open it and take a look inside. But the camera only triggers when someone walks in, so it's like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't he have, if he was just checking, why wouldn't he have opened the door to check if someone was in there?
Mm-hmm.
Shuichi, what's wrong? You're not culprit, are you?
Hey, you gonna say anything? We'll all vote for you if you don't.
Are you okay with being the culprit? Are you ready to turn yourself in?
Well, what should I do? Everyone suspects Shuichi. There's no way he's the culprit, but even so. I mean, technically, if he saw everyone walk into the game room then I guess he might have just been like, oh, okay, they're all going to the game room, false alarm, and walked back up. So I guess that maybe that was the reasoning, but
well, let's see what he says.
And then there's also the possibility that this entire time Shuichi hasn't been paying any attention to what's going on because he's just super deep in thought trying to figure out who did it.
I mean, that could be another thing.
He's just hyper focusing, like, God damn it, I can't figure it out. And that's why he's like making those faces like, oh man, I feel like I'm so close. Why won't Shuichi say anything? Is there a reason he won't say anything? If that's the case, then it's all up to me. Yeah, whoa, me. Oh shit! No. Okay. It's not me because no. To protect everyone, I need to take control of this debate. Okay, but what if he is? But what if he is the culprit? Wait. I don't agree with this.
What?
No.
Why would you do that?
This is wrong. That's the wrong direction. Oh, God, that's where this... Okay. Do you hear that? A lie. Now, I know that sounds crazy, telling a lie in a class trial. Well, it worked out for us once before, but sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. Oh, but don't worry, there are no lies in this tutorial. Here on out, there will be times in a debate you have to lie. Before you had to refute the lies, but now you have to lie yourself. Doesn't that get your heart pumping? Here's how it works. Select your truth bullet, like normal nonstop debates. But when you hold Y, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet with the opposite meaning. Releasing Y will shoot the lie bullet. When you use a lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury. Statement that paints over the truth with lies. While lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie will restore it. But if you miss your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I've heard a rumor that there's a secret way to advance debates. It's called a back route. What? Let's just say that only those who lie well will be able to find it. Oh, that's fucking interesting. Thank you, Muchley. That's not a word.
I feel like that's just gonna be even damning to her, because if, like, let's say everyone else finds out she lied, it's like, oh, well, if you lied with that, like, how do we know you're telling, like, what else?
Yeah.
A lie with the truth. Just damning to her reputation.
Okay.
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
Interesting.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase, a picture was taken without the alarm sounding.
Then, taking advantage of the camera's interval timer,
Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Rantaro!
And then he grabbed the security sensor from the bookcase and returned to the lookout spot.
Afterward, he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be Tua, we've solved this case.
So you only have the one?
Yeah, there was only one thing to shoot at, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it. Interesting. I think I'm gonna if I find one of the back routes, until someone finally if I find one of the back routes, like, by chance, then yeah, I think if I don't find the back routes, I think that's fine. If I find one, that's cool, but I think I'm gonna try to figure them out for myself, at least this playthrough. Base for their suspicion is that Shuichi had the receiver for the security sensor. If I can argue against that, everything should be okay. After you take control, I have to like, oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to, like, the first half of this. Yeah, so I have the receiver. Wink, wink.
on the moving bookcase.
Pretty easy to put. Yeah, no problem.
Shuichi also had the receiver.
turn this lie into the truth. Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
I forgot something too.
Forgot?
To tell you the truth, it was me. I had the receiver.
Much lying.
Huh?
So that's why there's no way Shuichi could have turned off the receiver.
Oh, he's paying attention. The attention fade confirmed.
If that is true, then the entire premise of the argument thus far is wrong.
Is this true, Kaede?
Of course! Come on, would I lie to you guys?
That only screw yourself over. If we mess up, you're dead too, you know.
Yeah, no, I would never lie.
Perhaps you wanted to cover for Shuichi.
Yeah, she is a bad liar.
Huh? I cannot imagine why anyone would risk their life to lie on another's behalf.
Wow, they're like piling on the guilt.
Yeah.
Words from a true heartless robot. Emotions are only for meatbags.
That is a harmful stereotype. I can produce heartfelt remarks through calculations.
Like less than 3? Those kinds of calculations?
I mean, that counts, right?
It's not so unthinkable. All hearts are blind when faced with radiant love. Doing anything for the one you love. Hasn't everyone felt that way before? I most certainly have, at least.
Look how creepy
Okay,
you are.
cool.
I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
Kaede and Shuichi are pretty buddy-buddy with each other, so I wouldn't doubt that. Plus, the way Kaede just acted right now, I'm pretty sure she lied. A talented liar like me can spot other people's lies easily.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think? To believe or not to believe, Kaede?
I do want to believe Kaede, but Shuichi does seem pretty suspicious. He has been strangely quiet for a while now, which is classic degenerate male behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Shuichi is the only person here who's suspicious.
So we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote already!
No, I still think it is too soon to determine the culprit.
I agree. I sort of can't believe that Shuichi is the culprit.
Yeah, this ain't right.
I agree. But I don't know if Atua agrees. 'Cause right now, it's his nap time.
What a reliable god.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
Hold on!
What?
Split? Did you just say split? You did! I heard it! I heard it with my belly button microphone!
So wait, your ears don't do anything?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
More phenomenal trial grounds?
The trial grounds are gonna morph? Seriously? I totally want to see that!
Well, that was the first time I heard a little Uyuhiko come out. You can't vote for Shuichi because he's definitely not the culprit. He's saying that. If we vote for him, all hope is lost. I won't be able to save everyone. But I haven't lost hope yet. I won't give up. Before I can save everyone, I need to make sure we're all on the same page. You're split down the middle. Times like this, debate scrums are perfect. In a debate scrum, you will be split into 2 teams. Ooh, that's interesting. Then you argue your opinions against each other. But look, everyone's so fired up, the subjects of your statements don't match. That's not how you debate at all. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. That's how you make a good debate. Your side subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed yet. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's argument. Before your opponent finishes their statement, find the same subject keyword with the D-pad. And press Y to argue the subject with the same keyword. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. When all the statements match up, you will enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Usually tap the button displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. Don't get pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect refutation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this is interesting. Split it.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so far the mechanics... You're right, we haven't had anything like Hangman's Gambit or any of that stuff yet. So far,
Seems
all
like
the mechanics we've had have been very actually debate-focused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Kaito.
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
Okay, I see what I'm doing.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
Ooh, okay, this is cool.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it. We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
Why doesn't Rantaro have
You
to
hid what you
participate
knew
in
about
the
the
debate?
camera intervals, Shuichi.
Why does he get to be on their side? I want him on my side.
This is bullshit.
If our points don't match, then we won't be able to make a convincing argument. We would convince everyone that Shuichi's not the culprit.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Gonta.
But Mew's silent about intervals too.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time.
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it. We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
But did I miss one? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you missed the alibi one.
Oh.
Gonta.
But
I have to
Mew's
get them all.
silent about
Okay,
intervals
okay.
too.
They don't like.
Unlike Shuichi, I
They don't like
actually
rotate
have an
back
airtight
around.
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede.
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had...
Kibo!
Kaede
Hey,
is
don't
the
even
one who
let them finish
actually
your
had the
sentence.
receiver.
Well, yeah, at this point, it's like.
But that's Kaede.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
We'll know
the
whether or
the
not
first
it's
time
a
I thought
lie
I
when
did
we
get
talk
them all,
this
but I
through.
forgot that I missed the very first one because I was still trying to figure out what's going on. Oh my god. Oh. The button thing is confusing because the buttons on my controller are the opposite of the buttons on screen because I'm not using an Xbox controller.
Jeez.
So once more, I'll do this as many times as it takes to persuade everyone. I wasn't expecting that to be the button. Okay.
Nice.
I just assumed it was like it was gonna be I have to match Y for some reason, and then it just,
Everyone,
yeah.
you have to believe me. Shuichi is not the culprit.
That's Kaede's lie, isn't it? It's a huge meme. Yeah. Huh. I don't. Yeah. I wonder how that. I don't know. I'd have to see those memes to understand how that works.
If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be making the wrong choice. And if that happens, everyone will be executed. I definitely won't let that happen, even if it costs me my life.
Kaede.
Yeah, it's just like Kaede said. Shuichi ain't the culprit.
Gonta believe in Shuichi too. Gentlemen always believe in friends.
Well, if Shuichi's not our culprit, then who is?
Say Kaede's name because they sit. Interesting.
We've already exhausted all possible avenues of discussion.